Well, it's been called one of the greatest films ever made. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. Based on the novel of the same name, the story and its themes of mental fitness, resilience, the need for individuality, and collective strength all still ring true today. And it's a celebrated part of Oregon film history, being filmed at the Oregon State Hospital.
Yeah, the Oregon State Hospital Museum of Mental Health is marking the occasion with Knit for Mental Fitness. And here to tell us about it, we have the museum's acting president, Rick Snook, and Joyce Arthur, president of the Salem Millstream Knitting Guild. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Nice to be here.
That's nice to have you here. I just think this is a really neat way to really tie in so much of Oregon history and to move the issue forward here with mental health awareness. Rick, what is the impact that you were hoping to have here with this program that you are setting up, and again, in conjunction with the 50th anniversary of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Well, the main reason the museum exists is to start a conversation about mental health. We were hanging around, we were trying to figure out how we could celebrate the 50th anniversary of the movie and try to bring people into the museum. And some of our people are knitters, so they had this idea. And the museum has a lot of the historical information about the hospital, but it is really about starting a conversation about what we do with mental health and mental illness in our communities today.
I think which really helps to kind of continue the legacy of this film, which did so much of this 50 years ago, you know, when it first came out. So you've started Knit for Mental Fitness, and folks will remember the cap that was featured so prominently in this film.
Jack Nicholson.
There you go, right
there it is. Jack Nicholson's knitted cap. So Joyce, we can actually knit our own version of this to help in the effort. Tell us about it.
Yes, anybody who would like to knit a hat, you don't have to be a member of the guild or the hospital or anything, but the pattern and needles and yarn are supplied through Wild Knits, the yarn shop in Salem. We're partnering with them. Our guild members are making them as well, and they are also able to go on your website and get information.
Yes.
And our website for our knitting guild will have the pattern on there, but I forgot to tell the webmaster I was going to say that.
That's okay. Well, fortunately, this is a year-long effort, right? So folks can get involved
through December
anytime this year. And you're hosting some monthly meetups if anyone needs a little help with their knitting.
Yes, we do. We have our guild meeting, which is the second Saturday of the month from 10 to 2 at Willamette Heritage Center. And then Wild Knits is the third Saturday from 11 to 1. And she had a good amount of people last time.
Excellent.
Yeah, that is excellent.
Yeah, and they sell the kits there. All the proceeds from the sale of the kits go back into helping.
Oh, that's wonderful.
At the museum.
Yeah.
I am curious to know just what are the benefits of knitting. You know, it is such a passion for so many people, and really for all ages. After the pandemic, it was one of those really common hobbies that people picked up.
Right.
Well, what are some of the advantages of getting into it?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So I have a list because there are too many to remember. There's so many health benefits, but it's a cool hobby. It's any age group. And it's affordable. You can knit at home anywhere. You don't need much space. I'm sitting here knitting.
And you're doing it right now.
Yeah, I have lots of room. And it's useful. You make something, a hat, a scarf, mitts, a sweater, is something you can use. And for the most part, knitters are friendly and supportive. They, you know, if you say, geez, I'm trying to work, and, well, let me look at it. And you have more help. And it's great.
New community, new connections.
And
a
you
good
meet
stress reliever too. Sometimes it's nice to just have something to focus on and give your mind a little break.
Yeah, and you meet I've met a lot of people that I wouldn't have met otherwise through knitting. It also reduces stress and anxiety, improves cognitive function. Everybody needs that. Helps self-confidence, lesson in mindfulness, boosts dopamine and makes you feel good. You have a sense of control. And you tend to listen more deeply to other people.
Oh, interesting.
When they're talking, it kind of.
I would imagine it teaches a level of patience too, because I feel like I mean you really have to sit with your project, which is really cool. It is a reason though that I have the attention span of a goldfish, so I've never tried to give it a shot.
Yeah, we gotta start you small with like I don't know, and even a tiny scarf.
a teeny tiny scarf. Yeah.
So Rick, of course, these kits, if they're purchased or hats, if they're donated to be sold, are going to support the work of the museum, also Project ABLE. Tell us about that organization.
Yeah. Project ABLE is a peer-run organization, which means it is a self-help organization for people with mental health challenges. And they have been in Salem for decades, and they're partnering with the museum on this project.
Yeah, this is great. Well, I love this idea. I think it makes a lot of sense. And like you said, it's so accessible to do and fun to pick up. So maybe learn a new skill.
Joy, so how long would you say one of those knit caps that Jack Nicholson wore in the film, how long would it take to knit one of those, if you had to guess?
That's unfair. I'd say, I don't know, 15 hours maybe.
Oh, okay.
15 hours? Oh, that's actually not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it'd take 15 days. It's like
it
Well,
depends on the
for
knitter.
you, Travis, it might.
For me, it would take 15 years. But we got to learn somewhere. You got to start somewhere.
You have to start somewhere, right?
That's
and if
great.
people don't know how to knit, they're welcome to come down and especially at Wild Knits in Salem, and they will get you started, and so will we at the Guild.
That's
This
awesome.
is great.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you both for being here. I just
Thank
think
you
this
very
is
much for having us.
A
I would
wonderful
like
way
to
to
give you
recognize.
both free admission tickets
Oh
to
my
the
God!
museum.
I was going to ask. I have not had a chance to come check out the
Yeah,
museum,
come on
so
down. Next
I
time
need
you're
to
in
go do
Salem.
that as
Thank
well.
you.
Well, Rick,
It's
Joyce,
great.
thank you. If
Thank
you've
you.
not had a chance to check out the Museum of Mental Health at the Oregon State Hospital, if you want to learn more about Knit for Mental Fitness and the initiative happening all year long, just check out this story on KOIN.com.